2017 gave us 7 superhero movies based off comic books with a wide release on the big screen. This is my ranking of those movies from my least favorite to my favorite. I'm excited to dive into these movies and excited to have a conversation with you about it in the comments. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and this is my ranking of the 7 2017 comic book-based superhero movies that had a wide release on the big screen. That is a lot of words to say, but I'm really just giving the definition of why it's only 7 movies and why I've picked what I've picked. Wide release, big screen, comic book-based, and superhero story. So boom! There it is! I'm excited to dive into this. And it's probably not going to be a long video because I've talked about these movies and other rankings and other reviews and other things just like that. I've given those thoughts, views, and opinions. Like, I've already ignited a controversial fire over my thoughts and opinions over Thor Ragnarok. This ranking video is going to reopen that wound and reignite that fire. But you know what? I'm prepared for it. Are you? Number 7, the Lego Batman movie. I really like the Lego Batman movie. I have a great appreciation for Will Arnett's voice work and how great he does with this character of Batman, how he just totally fits it. It's like he was born to do this voice work. It was fantastic. I love the message of this movie. I love all the homage that this movie paid to all of the iterations of Batman, building all the way up through Ben Affleck now as Batman. I just thought this movie did a fantastic job with all of that, showed a lot of love towards the character, and had a lot of fun. My problem comes, I saw it once, blown away by this movie. Saw it a second time, it just didn't hold up as well. I mean, it's not that it didn't hold up, it just didn't hold up as well. I knew all the jokes, I knew what was coming, and that really did lessen their impact. So going back to it, having a second viewing of this, it just wasn't as powerful. And of the 3 Lego movies that have been released on the big screen, the first one, the Lego movie, that's my favorite. So Lego Batman still isn't even my favorite amongst the Lego movies. It would be my second favorite. But, you know, that's just kind of where I am with Lego Batman. It's here in this position, but I still liked it. Number 6, Thor Ragnarok. Again, like I said, if you want to see the controversial things I had to say about this movie in full detail, check out my review of Thor Ragnarok and check out my spoiler talk of Thor Ragnarok. To sum it up real quick, I was just disappointed in this movie because I like the tone established by Kenneth Branagh in the first Thor. I like the mix of humor and overall epicness that was in that. This movie, I felt like it leaned so heavy on the comedy that it felt like, to me personally, that they were trying to make Thor into a character like Star-Lord in Spider-Man, which did not fit his character to me. And they leaned really heavy on that 80s vibe, and it just didn't work for me. So I was disappointed in that. That said, I can still be disappointed in a movie and enjoy it, and I did enjoy it. I've seen the movie twice, and I liked it better the second time, but was still disappointed. But I still can't wait to own it on Blu-ray because the MCU is great. Thor Ragnarok was great. It just left me wanting. Number 5, Justice League. Whoa. Do you feel that? That heat? That's heat coming from the comment section of YouTube. It's the fires of controversy brewing because I placed Justice League above Thor Ragnarok in a ranking. No! But that's okay, because I really did like Justice League better than Thor Ragnarok. Now, I went into Thor Ragnarok with high expectations, and as I said, it let me down. I went into Justice League with low expectations, and it totally exceeded them. I mean, I loved Man of Steel. I loved Wonder Woman. The 2 DC movies that really let me down were Batman vs. Superman and especially Suicide Squad. That one really let me down. BVS, it has a lot of redeemable moments for me and things I could go back to, but Suicide Squad was like, bleh. So I had low expectations for this. All the drama going on behind the scenes, I just felt like I was going to walk into a mess. And to be honest with you, I did walk into a mess. It was a mess, but that's okay. It was a much more organized mess than I expected. And they had a lot more fun with these characters than I was expecting that they were going to have. And overall, I really enjoyed just having fun. I thought the cast was so good together. And that was like the big winner for me. Like, all the cast working together as these heroes, it just works so well. It's what made me want to see them continue in solo movies and see them again in a better Justice League movie because I really liked this cast together and I really liked their chemistry together. So, I mean, that was kind of my overall thoughts and feelings of Justice League. It was a pretty good movie. I mean, nowhere near the best superhero movie of 2017, but not the worst. Number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I do like the first Guardians better simply because I love the chemistry of the cast. It was fun meeting them all for the first time, seeing them come together, and seeing them interact together. When I went into Volume 2, I really wanted to see the cast stay together, interact with each other, and see that grow deeper and have a lot more fun with it. I didn't like so much how they split up the cast, but that's a minor thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that and throw it over here. And you can get my full details on that by checking out my reviews and things like that. But here's what I will say. Fantastic movie, stinking hilarious, and I really enjoyed it overall. The movie is a great ride and a great movie for 2017. Number 3, SpiderMan Homecoming. Probably my favorite iteration of Spider-Man. To me, this kid is Spider-Man. I like it going back to him being in high school. I liked his personality. I liked the whole John Hughes feel that was over this film. What they did with it, it just fit. It fit the character of Spider-Man, and what was really fun was watching Spider-Man interact in a large MCU, so I thought that was really cool. Oh man, I've been tying my number 1 and number 2 in almost every ranking I've done this past year, so this time I decided I'm gonna get definitive. And so here's how I've definitively now ranked these as superhero movies in the year 2017. Number 2, Wonder Woman. Love it. Great epic beginning of a superhero. Gal Gadot, I think, is perfect. Or is it Gal Gadot? Gal is fantastic as Wonder Woman, and I really enjoyed her performance. I just thought it was a great movie. I thought it had a lot of heart, and I really liked the message. Number 1, Logan. This movie is just fantastic on so many levels. And again, I have said this in so many reviews and in so many ways. There's nothing new I can add. It is a unique take on a hero, on a hero's end, a great goodbye to 2 actors that have played 2 great heroes for 17 years. It has 17 years of build-up, and this was an amazing payoff. So for that alone, and just for how great the story was, for how great Wolverine was, how great both Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman were, I'm just going to throw this as my number 1. There it is. That is my ranking of these 7 comic book-based superhero movies from 2017. So how would you rank these 7 movies? Be sure to let me know in the comments, and I look forward to having conversations with you about these movies and where you would place them. And while you're doing that, hit the subscribe button to become a Durbanian and hit the bell next to that button so that way you're notified for the next ranking video I drop. Or Friday, I am going to be dropping another comic book review for Superman Earth 1 Volume 2. Love this Earth 1 series. So excited to be digging into it. And then on Saturday, going to be dropping a theological analysis for Justice League Throne of Atlantis. So even more superhero talk and all that stuff. I can't wait to dig into that. So hit the bell so you're notified when those videos drop. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.